Hi all, welcome to Diversified Finance. Just a quick video regards to one of the altcoins I discussed probably last month. The coin is Illuvium. So we discussed about this coin when the coin was at somewhere near $41. So I mentioned in my video that I have accumulated Illuvium and it's a good project. So I believe the price has dropped like 99%. So that was a good buy. So I mentioned that. So I got in at $41 per coin for Illuvium. And right now it pumps so hard. Right. And I mentioned there's a really good looking bullish W pattern. And it's still pumping. It's somewhere near $104 right now. So I actually sold probably like 10% and take some profit out just in case. We invest here like in these coins like to take profit. So that's very important. The one reasons being RSI is really too high right now. So as you can see, this is the daily RSI. It's somewhere near 84 or so. So this is like really high, and you can see every time RSI for this coin got up to these levels, we've seen it just went back down. Like for example, if you go back and check in 2022, 2021, it went up to like 83, and we can see it dropped and then went back up and then dropped back down to like 22 or so. I'm not expecting to go that low because the market sentiment is really bullish right now. So normally we know, as a just to be in the safe side, right? When I see any coin, RSI for any coin, somewhere near like 80, 85 levels, I would like to take some profit out just in case. So that's what I've done right now. And we can have a look at the price action. So I mentioned this in the last video in regards to this bullish W pattern. So now there are two bullish patterns right here. So this is the bullish pattern we were discussing the other day. So the price used to be somewhere over here, like around $41. That's when we got it. And I mentioned this is a very bullish pattern. So the target would have been, so this is the W pattern. So let me just go through it quickly. So this is the W pattern. And if this is the neck, right? So the depth from this neck to the bottom, and then you take that arrow and then put it over here. So the target would have been 65. So we already seen that. And because it's really bullish, the market sentiment is really bullish, and we are coming for like a long-term bear market, it just kept on pumping. And then when it got up to here, then it made another bullish pattern, like, a bigger W. So we can call it like a cup. We can call it a cup, like, it's a cup and handle pattern like that. Right? So normally you have the cup and then you have like a small handle, and then it price tend to go higher. So the depth for this cup would have been this arrow right here, the green arrow. So that's the red arrow, the small one. So if you put it over here at the breakout point, this could still pump all the way up to about like 130, 130 to like 140 or so. But I'm not going to wait that long because RSI is really like too high. Like, see, it's still pumping. Look at it. I sold it around like 100, and now it's like 105. So it keeps on pumping. It could go all the way up to like there's a lot of resistance in this area, right? So from about 105 to about like 120, there's resistance for this price action. But just to be in safe side, I just taken 10% out, right? If it keeps on going high, I'll keep on taking profit. So that's very important. So yeah, so this is one of the coins we discussed. So let's look at the Bitcoin price action right now. I actually changed the candles to line so we can see things better. That's what I've done. So it's still, if you look at the RSI for Bitcoin, it's the daily chart. It was oversold and it came back down to about 70. So now there's a possibility we would pump a lot higher. So a lot of people are still bearish. So I have a feeling if Bitcoin drops back down to, let's say, 19 or 18, there'll be a lot of people waiting to buy Bitcoin at that price. So when that happens, with the majority expecting and waiting to buy Bitcoin at 18,000, it will never go there. So I mentioned this in the previous videos. So I would expect Bitcoin to consolidate here for some time, and when it consolidate, the RSI would cool off a bit, probably go back down to about 60, 70. So even right now, RSI cooled off, right? So this is enough. We might see in the coming few days. Today is Friday, so we are waiting for the non-farm payroll. Just in case if S&P 500, Nasdaq, Dow Jones, if they go down for some reason, if the non-farm payroll, if they see the job market is really strong, that'll probably give more evidence for the Fed to increase interest rates. So if that's the case, that'll be bad news for stocks because we don't want to see higher interest rates, right? We just want Federal Reserve to pivot and then stop increasing or pause increasing interest rates. But if the job market is strong, that'll give them a reason to keep on hiking interest rates. So if that's the case, if the stock market comes down, then that will affect the Bitcoin price action. If that's the case, I would like to see Bitcoin comes back down to about like 21. But I don't think it'll drop below 20K. I don't think it'll go to like 19K or so. It's a possibility could happen, but given that a lot of people are waiting to buy at that price, Bitcoin might not go there. It might drop to like maybe 21, or it might not drop at all and keep on pushing a lot higher. Right about like 25K, we go to the weekly chart. Around 25K, we have resistance. This 200 weekly moving average is somewhere on 25K. So that's the major resistance that we have to break through. Let's see, it might get rejected and come back to like 22, consolidate, and then break a lot higher. So next stop would be like 28 to 30K, that's for sure. And then a lot of people who are waiting to buy Bitcoin at 14K, 12K will FOMO back in around like 26, 27, 28K. And then we have to see how it's going to pan out. If you are really lucky, if you look at this massive falling wedge, right? The target for this falling wedge, these two green lines, this is a wedge. The target for this falling wedge would be around 50K. So that's the target. So there's a possibility it could go all the way up to 50K. 30K was easy, like we mentioned even before when Bitcoin used to be around like 17K. We discussed this. We checked the charts, and then I mentioned there's a high possibility we could go back up to 30. So that's what's happening there. And the 6-7K will be at 28 to 30K, and they'll be easy right now. So let's say if you could not buy, right, you can TCA for long term, right? I know the RSI is too high. Most of the altcoins have pumped, so you can wait for a retracement, right? Let's say Bitcoin comes back to like 22 or something. If you want to see altcoins just drop down, like the RSI for altcoins drop down a bit. But things are really bullish right now. So if you have, let's say, plan to invest 10K or something. So this is not financial advice. So let's say you're planning to invest 10K, you can invest maybe 5K right now and then hold like 5K on the sidelines, like in case the price drops, you can get back in, right? So it's kind of too late to get in. You probably did not pick the bottom. Bottom, so the bottom would have been like somewhere near 16K or so, like 16.5 or something. And at that time, during this time, altcoins are really cheap. Most of the altcoins, if you look at the major altcoins like large cap, medium cap, even small cap coins are really, really cheap. But you still look for it, you still can find few altcoins that did not pump. For example, SKL did not pump much, right? So as you can see, it pumped from about 3 cents or 2 cents to about 3.8 cents, so 88%, right? So it's not even 100%. So in Bitcoin, I mean crypto land, 88% is probably nothing, right? We are here for like 5x, 10x gains. So this coin is something that we can add. None of this financial advice. And Lido is also not looking too bad, right? But it has also pumped about 150%. So, and if let's look at, don't forget to look at the RSI. Let's go to the daily chart and check the RSI. Yeah, so Lido is looking good because RSI has come down from overbought area, so and up to 82 and came all the way back down to like 50. So this, if you reset the RSI, which is really good, so Lido would be like a good buy. You know, when Ethereum pumps, it's gonna pump as well along with Ethereum. And apart from that, Hero, you know, we discussed about this coin. See, it's back about 200-day moving average, which is a bullish sign. Like this is still cheap if you want to add, but let's not forget these are small cap cryptos, right? So gotta be careful. You're not gonna put all your money into these coins. Before you buy any of these altcoins, you make sure you have 50% in Bitcoin, 50 to 60% in Bitcoin, 30% in Ethereum, and the rest you can play around with altcoins, right? Because altcoins will, if you invest in altcoins, the risk is higher, but the reward is higher as well, right? So let's not forget that. And also, there are a few coins I want to discuss. There's a coin called DC. Let me just quickly add that. DC. Yeah, so this is Dodge Chain. Right? It's called Dodge Chain. This coin is also pretty cheap at the moment. The market cap is really low. So I got in about like 0 point somewhere near, like 0 point somewhere here, 0.0008 area, like on this support line. And since then, it probably gone up. It probably doubled right now. But the market cap is really, really low for this coin. So there's a high possibility this could go like 100x, right? So this is something similar to TGT, right, that we discussed in last year. So it's a really cheap coin. DC Dodge Chain is called Dodge Chain. There's a possibility this could pump as well. Even if you look at the 1-day chart, it hasn't pumped much, and then it gone up to like, you know, the RSI went up to like 78 and dropped to about 54, and then now it's back up at like 765 or so. So RSI is not too high. It's okay coin to accumulate, I guess. This is, you can do your own research. It goes along with Dogecoin. So if you missed the Dogecoin pump back in the day, right? So this is something related to Dogecoin. You can just do your own research and find out what it is. If they want to do any changes to Dogecoin, it'll be too hard for them because it's like $1 billion coin right now. But this one they can use to test things like for before they implement it on Dogecoin. So it's called Doge Chain. So this is like a really good coin that you can add. You can buy this on KuCoin. Yeah, so yeah, I think that's it. Like most of the altcoins, before you buy them, before you add any of the altcoins, have a look at the RSI. If the RSI is somewhere near like 85 or something, man, like, you know, for example, Illuvium, right? The RSI is at 85 right now. So that's not a time to get in. That's not, you're not getting a bargain, right? There could be a possibility if you buy that right now, say for 100, it might go to like 110, but if the market corrects, it could drop back down to like 80, like, you know, 70 or so. So you would rather wait for these isolators, like especially the RSI to reset, come back down to maybe 50, 60, 78 and reset before it goes up higher. All right, so that's all for today. I'll talk to you in the next video. See ya.